Silver, Sassy Silver Sisters, and I'll leave everything in the description box when I finish, because it wasn't, for some reason, I wouldn't take anything on here today. So we're gonna, but anyway, this is called quick chicken piccata. Okay. So I'm gonna stand up now. What I forgot, I always forget something, but I'm going right to get it. And that's a fork. So how's everybody doing? I am doing just fine. So here's what I got. I got the recipe right in front of me. It is 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. Well, here's the flour right here. Pouring this into the bowl. And this calls for chicken breast, but I'm using legs and thighs. It's a chicken right there. So I'm gonna mix this up into the flour. You know, if anybody comes in or anything like that, you know how this is. Okay, so then I'm gonna ask for 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I'm gonna use my grinder for that one. 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. Now, I always add garlic to everything, so I'm using the garlic herb seasoning. Okay, you need 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. Where's my lemon at? Oh, here it is. Hello. How are you? I put my hand here so that it won't get seeds in it, but it won't, no seeds will go in there. So that's that. Okay. So I have to get some butter. And you know, I always forget a couple of things. So the butter's here. Here's the butter. I'm going to put this in there because I did not take this out of the refrigerator. So I'm going to put this in after. Okay. So now I need 1/4 cup of chicken broth. This is the unsalted chicken stock right there. Now the Sassy Sisters, like I said, I will give you their website and everything because they've become friends of mine, and I just decided that I would use this. I'm always looking for a new recipe that's easy and quick. So mix all the flour and everything together. And then we're going to, in this pan over here, I'm going to spray this pan away from here. You like capers? Yeah, I like capers too, but my husband doesn't. And like I said, this is a quick one that doesn't call for capers. I'll be right back. I'm going to bring this pan over because I'm going to put this in the oven at 350. And I'll put the butter on top. I'll let you see it in a minute. So like I said, this calls for chicken breast, but I had legs I had to use. Okay, I need a knife. There's one over there on the other side. So now this calls for one pan, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to put this in the oven when I find a knife. Actually, I'm going to turn this around to face the stove, and I'll find the knife on this side. Well, there's the stove right there. Here's my knife. I'm going to put a little bit more chicken broth in here. Actually, this makes its own broth, so I don't need a whole lot. In here. So, as you know, if you know, and you've been on, most of you have anyway, that I've been having problems with FedEx. Well, for many of you, you know that we had a fire, so we're in a temporary house. So my husband goes over to the house every day, and the electrician's been working over there. So he goes over to check on the house every day and everything like that. And we don't have a mail carrier. We have a post office box because we don't, Delaware City doesn't do mail carriers. So, and at first, when I first moved here, I wasn't used to that, but then I got used to it. So I'm used to them not having a mail carrier. Well, UPS comes to my house here, okay? And you know, like I've had like 6, I'm gonna say 6, it might be 7. I'm gonna put this in the oven now. Okay, so I've had like 6 problems with UPS, I mean, not UPS, FedEx. Okay, so my husband comes in the door and I hear him dragging something in. And I'm upstairs and I said, what's that? And he says, it's something, a package. And I'm saying, well, UPS doesn't deliver. Oh, by the way, I had talked to FedEx and they gave me a case number and everything like that. So this was supposed to be calling me like Tuesday. And so they changed my address to my old address, which, okay, common sense would tell you that the house next door to us that's in my old address is almost burnt to the ground, and they haven't done anything about that yet. And my house is all boarded up. Okay. I mean, they're working on it, but it's still boarded up. Okay. Okay. And not only that, I gave them the address here. Okay. And there's a similar address to mine here. Okay. In Wilmington, Delaware, but I live in Delaware City, Delaware. Then I'm realizing this isn't the first time that they did this, because they sent my over-the-counter medication that my insurance sends us. You know, we're senior citizens, so they give us over-the-counter medication, whatever. And they sent my over-the-counter medication to that address. And I didn't think anything of it at first, you know, because, you know, but now, but how do you change somebody's address? And then know that you got to know that the building is, okay, we live in like houses that are next door to one another. They're like townhouses, but they're not. They're really old houses. My house is like 156 years old. So there are like there were two, my house and then the house next door, which was on fire first, okay? And then the house next door, and then there's a wall between us because our alleyway goes through. And then there's another house, and then there's a street, little street, okay? So the people that are next door to me, I think she's in Europe, if I'm not mistaken. Her son came, and he's supposed to be going to Europe. They might not be going until this week or next week, but he's going to Europe to teach. So I think that she was going, I don't know. All I know is that he finds my sewing machine table out there, okay? I'm just about, and it's been 6 times, and I'm not going to go through the whole thing with you. And I'm not going to go through the whole thing with you. I'll just go the whole FedEx thing and everything like that. And then I will show you all the different numbers and everything like that. But I'm not going to go through it. I'm just saying, I've had problems with FedEx at least 6 or 7 times. I have no problems with UPS. Some people do, but I don't. I love UPS because they will. The only problem that I didn't have with FedEx was the one thing, and that was like I said the other day with this, because it was a girl that was driving it. But see, and then I didn't realize they have my phone number. So all they have to do is call when they're confused. Because she called me because she was on the grounds, okay? Well, she just couldn't find the house. She was going in the wrong direction. And down there, the houses are still boarded up because they're working on houses and stuff down there. But she called me and I let her right to the house. And I can't think of her name because I was so grateful because I needed my button, of course. But I don't understand it. Anyway, I'm going to get off for a minute and then I'm going to come back on with the finished product and everything like that. Because I haven't decided what I'm going to have for sides. I know I'm not going to have rice, probably some baked potato or something. So if I'm baking the potato, I don't know how I might do. I don't know. We'll see. I might do a little bit baked potato. Let me see. What do you think I should have? Because I don't want any rice. I love rice. Don't get me wrong, but I don't want any noodles. Hey, Mobs, how you doing? Hey, Mobs, what's up? If you wait a minute, I'll get a couple of potatoes and wash them up, and I think I'll do a little baked potato and then put that in the oven as well. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I think you want to wait a few minutes. I'll do the baked potato instead of getting off and coming back on and then wait this. You know, I'm kind of slow. I'm kind of old, so, but I'll be right back. In fact, I'll bring you around here. So I got 2 potatoes. I'm gonna wash them out in the sink. Put this in here. Okay, I'm gonna get a little pan. I'm gonna bake these in the oven and not in the microwave. And I'll pull these out and then I'll do the loaded potato thing. This makes more sense. I'll show you the potato. I have a rotator coming so that you can see me actually doing these things. I'm gonna put these in the oven. Put the foil on them. Put just a little bit of water in. So that's going in. So anyway, I'm just a little bit fed up with FedEx, and tomorrow I was going to call them today because they're open today too, but I'll just wait until tomorrow and call them and just tell them, what gives you the right to tell me where I live? And they must know, like I said, because the house is boarded up because the people are working on it. You know, and had I not gotten it, you know what I mean, then somebody could have walked away with it. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I am. But you know what? I'm gonna get like canned peas or something like that. I'm not gonna. My legs are kind of bothering me and stuff like that. But I had to cook because I didn't feel like getting anything out to eat or anything like that. I don't know. Food that you get now. I mean, rest of my food. Well, like I like Applebee's. I like Red Robin. Some things. Okay. I don't like a lot of the foods anymore. I don't know whether it's the cooks or whatever, but I don't know. And I just rather cook. And the thing is, I'm not going to define myself to being, you know, well, cripple or whatever. I'm just going to walk around the house and do what I have to do, you know. because if I feed into it, you know what I mean, then the truth be told, it's like giving up, and I'm not going to give up. You know what I mean? I try to exercise, I try to do some things, and it will probably get better, I hope, but yeah, I do too. But, no, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up at all. You know what I mean? I am going to fight, you know? I mean, I've fought this far. I mean, like I said, when I had the stroke, I've had a couple of other little things happen, but the biggest thing was my stroke. The doctor said, well, she's not going to walk. She's not going to talk, whatever. I'm talking. Sometimes my voice gets raspy and stuff like that, but those are the things you learn to live with, you know? I do something every day. I did a load of laundry. I have another load. Well, I have a load that I'm going to do. I did his laundry. And, and then I dragged the basket downstairs because he's out. He's down in shop. And I will do the last load of laundry. I usually don't wash on Sunday, but my grandchildren came and they used the washing machine yesterday. So I washed today. I read. I mean, I do things. I try to do things and stuff like that. I do have a caregiver 2 times a week. So she starts stuff and I finish it. You just push through it, because if you lay there, and you know this, okay, if you lay there and you get feed into the suffering, okay, or you say, I'm suffering and I just can't, I'm not going to. My mother didn't do it, and I'm not going to do it. And my mother had cancer for like 4.5 years. So before she died, they said she was only going to live 6 months. And she said one day we were doing something. I don't know whether I told you this before or not. And she started laughing. We were preparing for Sunday dinner or something like that. I said, what's wrong with you? What are you laughing at? She said, you know what? She said, the doctors told me that I'm going to I was going to only live for 6 months, and here it is 4.5 years later. And I said, yeah, you got a point there. But I said, you never believe in what they say. They're not God. And the truth be told, I'm just not going to give up. I started driving again. So my husband treated me to a little car. It's not a new car because I don't need a new car at all, because I don't go out that much. But when I want to go to the post office, because I have to drive, I could walk to the post office from my house. But, we're about maybe 6 or 7 miles from the house, and we're on grounds. So I drive through the grounds. I try to walk on the deck and stuff like that and whatever. I mean, I just really try. You know what I mean? I'm not giving in and I'm not giving up, because then that says that I don't trust God, and I do. I don't trust myself, but I trust God. Anyway, I'm going to get off for a minute. And when it's all done, I'll let you all see it. So I love you. Take care. God bless. Stay safe and hold your family close. Bye-bye. See you in the next video.